In November, we're going to Newport, the Riverfront Theatre in Newport. As Phil mentioned, there are a number of parties going on all over Wales at the moment where people are watching this live cast, and I know that there's a big party going on in Riverfront Newport, so hello to you guys over in Riverfront. We sent them a cake. So, one of the great discoveries for me in the last year has been the Library of Wales, which Di Smith is the editor of, and particularly in the Library of Wales, the work of Gwyn Thomas, who is one of Wales's great English language authors. Gwyn Thomas wrote Stories of the Valleys in the 1930s and the 1940s, and I thought I knew what that meant until I read these stories, and they are the most outrageous, most extraordinary, rudest, most vulgar, most theatrical things that you ever came across. They're the most 21st century stories I've read since, I don't know, Irvine Welsh or somebody like that. And we want to make them into a truly 21st century theatre production. It's going to be a fantastically physical theatre production. It's going to hopefully have a life throughout Wales, but we're going to start it next year at Newport. We're not quite ready to announce the creative team for this project yet, but we are talking to some really exciting people who are going to pop these stories into the 21st century and make them a delight for everybody. But fortunately, we do have the writer, Gwyn Thomas, with us today to give us his view on a national theatre.
The business of the theatre. Why have not we established a really good national theatre in Wales? Well, of course, you've got the amateurism. I mean, last winter, I believe, in my stag, a noted hub of Welsh culture, by the way, you had a revival of Chew Chin Chow attended by the local MP. Now, I've not really figured out the meaning of that event, but it probably has meaning, but I can't see it myself. And then, of course, you have the quality of the average Welsh person, tremendously dramatic, you know. If you ask a Welshman the time, he will say, 3:10. Wait a minute, don't take my word for that, don't take my word for that. 3:10, that doesn't sound right to me, and I don't want to give you the wrong time, because the right time is a very important thing in human life. No, I forgot to put my watch on at the beginning of last winter. So, whenever three of us meet, you know, the curtain goes up. And then, of course, you have the business of money in Wales. We put tremendous stress on our councillors. We depend upon them to support the efforts of the Arts Council. But the point is, you see, the average local councillor is involved in these tremendous basic animal amenities. Toilets, roads, better houses and the rest, and they regard the theatre as a kind of sinister irrelevance. And the average councillor in Wales regards a theatre project as something in these terms: a vast hangar, a gigantic barn, big enough to accommodate the local air fleet when they get one, and big enough also to accommodate a cattle show, a tremendous cattle show, and opera. So, when you do attend the first night of this great municipal project, you don't know whether you're going to see a flight of the Valkyries or a herd of jerseys.